Welcome back to the Cossy Arsenal channel. My name is Cossy. Welcome back to a brand new video. It's been a very busy day at Arsenal. We have completed another signing. Christian Noard has done his medicals and passed them. He's now awaiting that announcement from Arsenal. Also, today we'll be talking about the Viktor as a story. We'll have something on the Gabriel Martinelli story. We'll talk about Viktor Gyökeres and a couple of other deals that have happened in the day. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. Arsenal under Andre Bata have been absolutely cooking today, and we've got something to feed on. Let's get into it. Let's start off with that Christian Noard story as reported by The Athletic and David Ornstein, and they are saying that medicals have been passed by Christian Noard, completed, and now he awaits the announcement of the player because he's now an Arsenal player. Third signing of the summer, and they've actually written a story and said that he might not be the flashy signing that Arsenal fans want to hear. He might not be as strong and glamorous as the players that have been that we've been linked with. Gyökeres, Eze, Rodrigo. He might not be in that caliber, but he's a very much needed addition to the squad. And, you know, Christian Noard is a signing that has come a little bit too late. You remember that time when Partey was getting injured again and again and again and again, and Arsenal adamantly and blatantly refused to sign a backup? Well, after Partey leaving, they've brought in Martin Zubimendi, we have Declan Rice, and they've also signed Christian Noard. But for me, I want to say this. I think this is an Arsenal team that has had a lot to learn over the last 20 years. An Arsenal team that is becoming a big club. We're just learning on how you act like a big club. Because 20 years ago, 10 years ago, this is not an Arsenal team that would have three capable players, actually four capable players of playing at defensive midfield. Right now, you look at the quality that Arsenal have at DM. Like, if the worst comes to worst, Mikel Merino can drop into that DM role and give you some, some quality. Maybe not the best quality, but he can give you some quality. And now this team has got two players per position, and we are still signing more. Rice is deputized by Merino, and then you have Odegaard being deputized by Wanyeri. You have Zubimendi being deputized by Christian Noard, and a couple of other signings that Arsenal are looking to sign. They're trying to bring out that the lesson that we have learned from last campaign, you can't have one player per position, and you think about challenging Liverpool and you think about challenging Manchester City. So I agree with The Athletic. This is not, a big signing. Oh my God, he has, we have signed Christian Noard. Not really. But it's a signing that is so essential to the lessons that we learned last campaign. And anyone who's folding their face and folding their nose and folding their, and turning their back on the signing, they have forgotten so quickly what Arsenal went through. We had an injury crisis that was unprecedented, an injury crisis that has never been seen at this club, at any point in time. Maybe 2008 was the time that Arsenal could say they had a very, very bad injury crisis that cost us the league. But apart from that, last season, Arsenal expected to go, and win some silverware, and it didn't happen because of profile signings like Christian Noard. And now we've learned a lesson, and we've gone and done the Christian Noard deal. Now, I don't know which shirt number is going to put on, but a couple of them are available. I don't want to see him in that shirt number 14. Let's give it to Gyökeres. I don't want to see him in that shirt number 10. Let's give it to maybe Eze or Rodrigo. I mean, he could pick any shirt number. I don't know, like maybe 18. He could pick on 18 because Tomiyasu has left the club. He could get shirt number 18. I think that would be brilliant, in my opinion. Partey has also left, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Christian Noard put on the shirt number 5. Would be absolutely right by my standards. And then Jorginho has also gone. Jorginho has been putting on shirt number 20, right? Yeah, 20. So he could also get that shirt number 20. It's really, really available. So let's wait and see what kind of shirt number he's going to be getting at Arsenal. Still today, we've got the green light on the price for Viktor Gyökeres. Total agreement on what's going to be the total package between the two clubs. Talks happened last night. Andre Bata is in Portugal trying to grind out a deal with Sporting Lisbon. This has not been quite easy. Like, Arsenal's pursuit for a striker has not been easy. But finally, we have agreed a total package of 80 million euros. I've done the story. You can check it out on the channel. We have gone into the details of it. But if you've not watched it, Arsenal last night opened another round of talks where they wanted to really concretely understand what is it that Sporting want and what are the compromises that they will be willing to take. And they understood that they are not going to sell their player for 70 million euros. Arsenal agreed to put the whole package at 80 million euros. And now Andre Bata is just waiting for those few minor details, the nitty-gritties, to be ironed out, and then he will be flying back with Viktor Gyökeres. There's a possibility that both of them fly back together. The player is already packing his bags, he's already packed his bags, and is ready to get on his way to London. As long as there is that, okay, we have agreed on the final structure as well. So Gyökeres will be an Arsenal player. We've done a video trying to understand what he brings to this Arsenal team. And for me, as one of the best strikers in the world, I think Arsenal have made the right choice in terms of pace, in terms of creativity, in terms of being clinical, in terms of the box presence, in terms of hold-up play, pressing. He's an elite forward, right? And I want all the people that have been saying, you know, with Kai Havertz, it's not about the numbers only. I think that analogy should be working with Gyökeres. That explanation should work with Gyökeres that, yes, he's got the very good numbers, but there are other parts to his game that people are not even looking at. And what actually makes me happy with Gyökeres, you know, with Benjamin Sesko, people were saying, you know, he doesn't have the numbers, but he's got the ceiling. So they were explaining his move in terms of his ceiling, in terms of his you know, off ball movement, in terms of his speed, pace, and his ability to hang in the air. All those are kind of secondary to why we need a center forward. We need a center forward with good box presence. Gyökeres has got that. And we need a center forward that is clinical. And Gyökeres is that, right? So if you're trying to tell us, if they were trying to tell us that Sesko is this player that has got so much to offer, well, Gyökeres has got so much to offer as well. And the reason that's why people don't talk about his goals is they keep on saying, you know, his goals are this, his goals are that, but we don't have those goals at Arsenal. I would prefer a striker that scores 20 ugly goals at Arsenal. I am okay with that. Like, tell me that someone has ever said in football, I like that striker, but he scores ugly goals, I wouldn't take him. There is nothing like ugly goals. There is nothing like goals that are this and that. A goal is a goal, penalty, tap-in, regardless. As long as it's not offside, it is a goal. Still today, Arsenal are advancing in talks to sign Noard Madueke with Chelsea. The Athletic have reported that Madueke is a very strong option for the left wing. Now, ESPN are saying as well that Mikel Arteta knows that the player's best position is on the right, but because there is Saka there is a very big possibility that we might not get Madueke to play on the right, especially giving in the minutes. So Madueke could actually play on the left-hand side. And there is also something that kind of cropped up in the reporting today from the Athletic, and they were actually saying that they can't rule out the possibility of Gabriel Martinelli leaving. And I was like, and I was asking myself, Trossard, we'll talk about Trossard and Martinelli, but Trossard is being linked with a move away from Arsenal, right? That's okay. It's not okay, but like we know, Martinelli is also being linked with a move away from Arsenal. In this summer, we have seen Arsenal lose Jorginho and Partey within a couple of weeks. Is there a possibility that Trossard and Martinelli could leave, and Arsenal are aware of this, right? Because this is what I mean. Madueke is being pressed on, like Arsenal are pressing on with the signing of Noard Madueke, and then the talk about Rodrigo and Gordon has not gone away, and now the Athletic are talking about Ademola Lookman. So if Arsenal sign Madueke and they sell Rodrigo, and Madueke is seen as an option for the left and the right, well, that doesn't mean that Trossard and Martinelli are both leaving, right? I mean, we can't rule it out. We can't rule it out. Trossard's agent is jumping up and down, flirting with clubs in Turkey. What do you expect me? What do you expect me to think? But if Arsenal lose Trossard and Martinelli and Jorginho and Partey in the same window and Tomiyasu, I don't know how I would feel, but like Rodrigo is miles above those two, right? Madueke is not. For me, Madueke is doesn't sit well with me. All right, listen, honestly, like I would love Rodrigo and maybe keep Trossard, maybe Rodrigo and keep Martinelli, but the reporting from the Athletic shows there won't be a coexisting of a player like Martinelli and Rodrigo. So one of them stays and the other goes. But both of them to leave, I don't know. Really, I don't know. Arsenal are also trying to structure a deal for Eberechi Eze. They're trying to make sure that they pay 60 million, but in 3 installments of 20 million. We are yet to get an answer from Crystal Palace. On the Trossard links, the agent is trying to actively pursue a move away from Arsenal, and Gabriel Martinelli, the Athletic are saying we cannot rule out a move for Gabriel Martinelli away from Arsenal right about now. Hit the like button and speak to you right in the next one.